The year is 2013. We've just said goodbye to the humble beginnings of the PS3, an era that laid the foundation for our shared obsession. But now, a new chapter begins. It's an era of innovation, a time when the trophy system steps out of the shadows and becomes an integral, beautiful part of the gaming experience. From a simple UI tweak that changed everything to a new official system that was born from the very community it served. This is the story of the PlayStation Trophy evolution on the PS4. So let's go. Welcome back to the Plat Deck. Now, last time we explored how the PlayStation Trophy system was born from a rivalry, a failed virtual world, and a community of super sleuths. Now we're taking it to the very next level. The PS4 generation didn't just carry over the trophy system, it elevated it, evolved it. This is the story of quality of life improvements, the rise of trophy hunting community, and a quiet overhaul that set the stage for the future of trophy hunting and completion worldwide. Let's get into it together. The next-gen leap and the rise of the screenshot. When the PlayStation 4 launched in 2013, it brought some major changes that felt like they were made specifically for us, the hunters. While the PS3's trophy system was effective, it was basic and incredibly primitive. It was also very misguided and the result of a failed experiment, whereas the PS4 felt like a true love letter to completionists, acknowledging and responding to our feedback and our love for the Platinum Trophy. The first and most impactful change was subtle, yet revolutionary. Every time you earned a trophy, bronzer, silver, goldie, even a shiny plat, the system would automatically capture a high-quality screenshot of that exact moment, which led to an awful lot of cutscenes and end credits being screen capped. For the first time, our accomplishments weren't just a list, they were a visual memory, a moment we could share with friends to prove that we did the thing, we beat the boss and we conquered that world. This feature was so popular that it also came to the PlayStation app, where you could see your trophies and their associated images on the go, thanks to auto-upload. But that wasn't all. For years, the trophy hunting community had unofficially tracked and debated the rarity of every single trophy that you could earn, or couldn't earn. Websites like PSN Profiles had created their own system to classify trophies based on how many other players had earned them. When the PlayStation 4 launched, Sony did something truly special. They made trophy rarity official. The PS4 also introduced a few other quality of life improvements that trophy hunters had been begging for. The system made it easier to manage your lists and, crucially, gave you the option to hide trophies for specific games. And this was a big win for a lot of players who wanted to protect their profiles from a game that they didn't finish or, grubby platinum. The ability to manually sync your trophies to the PlayStation Network was also a new feature, and that was something that just couldn't be done on the PS3. Trophies and the trophy system had become a living thing. The community, the code, and the game. The PlayStation 4 era is when the trophy hunting community truly became a powerful force within gaming. With official rarity and screenshots, the game was on. But what Sony provided was just the beginning. The community filled in all the gaps themselves, creating a parallel universe of data and services, facts and stats that elevated the hobby to not only a new art form, but also created an entire new system. As incredible as the official rarity system was, it had a quirk. Now you see, on PSN, a trophy's rarity is based on the total number of people who own the base game. This meant that many DLC trophies, which might have been earned by a huge percentage of players who actually bought it, would still be classified as ultra rare, because only a small fraction of the game's total owners had even owned the content. But the PS4 also brought a fascinating new social feature: Shareplay, and this allowed us to pass the controller to a friend online so that they could play remotely. The community quickly embraced this as a new, albeit slightly laggy, way to help friends with a difficult trophy. While the system might not have performed well enough for complex or reaction-based trophies, the community officially allowed it as a valid way to get a platinum, creating a unique form of cooperation play that Sony never intended. On a more technical level, Sony never provided public documentation for their trophy APIs. This created a void that the community enthusiastically filled. Developers and enthusiasts reverse engineered the trophy system by capturing the data requests made by the PlayStation website and mobile apps. Projects like Andrew Shrew PlayStation Trophies became unofficial go-to resources, documenting how to retrieve trophy data for PS3, PS Vita, and even PS4 games. And this highlights a community that was not just using this system, but they were actively continually building on it, showcasing their passion and technical brilliance. The work and the intelligence and the effort that went into these innovations is truly astounding. Developer philosophy and the unchanging core. Now, the PS4 era saw the trophy hunting culture truly mature. We saw the rise of the trophy tourist, someone who would go for a quick or popular platinum, or quick and easy platinums, but we also saw a counter movement of developers who started designing trophies with far more intention. They began to think about the trophies in certain categories: the tutorial trophies that guide players through the core mechanics of the game, the milestone trophies that reward natural progression, and creative trophies that challenge players to do something unexpected. This showed how the system had gone from a simple checklist to a genuine tool for game design. And this was a key moment in gaming in general, and how developers approached completionism. Throughout all of these improvements, some things remained the same. The core point values of each trophy, 15 for bronze, 30 for silver, 90 for goldie, and 180 for the plat, were completely unchanged for over a decade. The total point limit for a game's trophy list remained steady at 1350, with a limit of 128 trophies per list. And the trophy level system also saw a major change on the PS3 that carried over to the PS4. The original level cap was level 50, but after top trophy hunters like the legendary Hakum and Duck360 reached the limit, Sony quietly raised the cap to 100. And it is absolutely incredible to think that only about 500 people worldwide legitimately reached the level 100 cap before it was increased again. 500. But as the PS4 era began to wind down and the PlayStation 5 loomed on the horizon, Sony made the most significant change to the system since its inception. In October 2020, they announced a complete trophy system overhaul. The old 1 to 100 level system was scrapped entirely and replaced with a new range, 1 to level 999. And if you are a fan of the PSN level system and want to know exactly how I got to level 500, check out the video linked in the description. It's quite funny, not gonna lie. Under the new system, a platinum trophy's value was dramatically increased from 180 points to 300, making it far more valuable, solving a major complaint from players at higher levels. And this overhaul was a strategic move to make trophy hunting more motivating for a wider range of players, not just the hardcore few who had reached the previous level caps. The PS4 era didn't just give us a new console. It gave us a whole new way to trophy hunt. It was a period of incredible growth, community collaboration, and thoughtful design that took a cool feature and made it a core part of PlayStation's identity. So join us next time as we dive headfirst into the PlayStation 5 era, where trophies get a stunning visual overhaul, the community grapples with a new system, and we ask the ultimate question: what is next for the humble Platinum Trophy? Be good to yourselves and each other.